I love chili. There's so many different varieties and so much flavor in one spoonful. Hey, it's Athena at Gluten Freeology, where I make gluten-free versions of your favorite comfort foods and some healthy stuff too. This is an extra large chicken breast. It's bigger than the size of my hand. You get them from the large family packs of chicken breast. I'm gonna cut this up into cube-sized pieces. I've got an older blender and I don't want it to work too hard. You don't have to put your chicken in a blender, but I kind of want ground meat similar to how ground beef chili would be. So it looks like this once it comes out of the blender, and I put it in a pot with some oil and I'm seasoning it with the ingredients on the screen, and it takes really less than 10 minutes for the chicken to cook through. So while the chicken is cooking on the stove, I'm cutting up a small onion along with some garlic, adding it to a blender with a can of diced tomatoes, and then it'll look like this. And you just add that to your cooked chicken and let it cook on low heat for 20 minutes. There's so many different ways to cook chili. You can add all of your ingredients to a crock pot at the same time and just let them cook on low heat for a few hours. I prefer to cook my chili in layers, so while the ground chicken and tomato sauce mix are cooking, I'm chopping up one whole bell pepper and half of a very large jalapeno. I'm going to save the other half for toppings later on. And then once I finish finally chopping these up, I don't like big pieces, chunky pieces of vegetables in my chili. I'm going to add this to the mix that was cooking on the stove, and then I'm going to add in 2 cans of dark red kidney beans, and then I'm gonna stir everything together, add in some more seasoning, because like I said, you want to cook chili in layers. So originally I started out seasoning the meat, but now that I'm adding more vegetables, I'm adding more seasoning and adding an additional can of diced tomatoes that is not pureed because I like chunky bits of tomatoes in my chili. And then you just let this cook on the stove on low heat for 30 minutes. And I almost forgot, you want to add a little bit of cornmeal to your chili just to thicken up the sauce. And since I used kidney beans from a can, I did not add any chicken broth to my chili. Now the fun part is cutting up your toppings. So I'm cutting up the other half of the jalapeno, and I like cheese with my chili, so I decided to shred up some Colby Jack cheese, but you can add whatever cheese you prefer. And after the chili has been cooking on the stove for nearly an hour, this is what it looks like. They say you eat with your eyes first, and I love making food that looks like it's gonna give my stomach a nice big hug. This was absolutely delicious. Chicken chili with dark red kidney beans, onions, garlic, bell pepper, jalapeno, tomatoes, topped with sour cream, Colby Jack cheese, diced jalapenos, and cilantro. I'm telling you, you have to try this recipe. It's absolutely delicious.